everyone. So today's video will deal with some ancient history. Now, when you're dealing with the ancient history, you need to have a couple of items. One, the hat. And two, the gloves. Let me fix my hat a little bit first. Now, drum roll please, as I introduce our pieces, our ancient artifacts. Ta-da! This is called the cassette tape. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer so you can see it better. It's in a case. And this is what a cassette tape looks like. Now, I'm going to show you something. During this period, I wouldn't know, of course, from experience. I mean, why would I? But during this period, kids of those days, they could do some kind of fun things with these cassette tapes. Now, you notice there's tape right here going across. And you see the little holes. Now, if, for example, the tape was to be, I don't know, say, pulled out just a little bit, like that. Oh no. Oh, well, that wasn't a problem for these ancient kids. All they had to do was take their finger, or if you're an adult, you needed a pencil or a pen, or you could use your finger. I think lots of adults could use their fingers, but you take your finger and you simply turn it. Wow. I'm not surprised the kids back then liked that. Who knew? Parents, maybe nowadays you're spending too much on your kids' toys. But of course, I mean, I wouldn't know this from any personal experience or anything. Now, second thing I want to show you, this ancient artifact needed something to play it on because cassette tapes were auditory. So I'm going to show you what you can play the ancient artifact on. And here you have something that the ancient artifacts can be played on. Now, this is both powered by electricity. There's a cord, and there's also a place in the bottom to put some batteries. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so let me give you an example of how this would work. Now, before I do that, back in said ancient times, you could actually record your voice as just a normal person, but you had to buy, unless you wanted to record over something that was, you know, that you spent money on, that was nice, you would have to buy a blank tape. Now, generally speaking, you didn't want to record over something that was already done. So here's a blank tape, an example of a blank tape. And I'm going to show it to you a little bit closer. See, you've got lines you could write on it. Here you could write what was on the tape. So I'm going to give you an example of how this ancient piece of history works. So you would open the machine and you would stick it in, and hopefully you're going to be able to hear this, not too loud, but hear this well what's on this tape. So let's take a listen. Oh, first I have to turn it on. And since this is a tape player and a CD player, oops, it does help to plug it in. There we go. Now let's try to turn it on. And voila, it is on. Now, since this is a CD player and a tape player, and it's also a radio, FM, AM radio, I'm going to have to push tape. Now I've pushed tape, I've stuck my cassette tape in there, and I'm going to turn it on.
I love you, Mommy and Daddy. Can we sing a song? Sing another song with us?
Very cool, huh? Now, let's just take this out. Amazing what they could do back then. Oh. This tape says Chloe on it. Okay, now I know what you're thinking, but I mean, look at me. I'm not old enough for this piece of ancient history, that can't be my voice. I mean, come on. Chloe is actually mentioned in the Bible, so this must be from ancient Corinth or something. Yeah, that must be what it's from. I wouldn't know anything about recording on these things. Nothing at all. So, please, everyone, do me a favor. Do a service announcement. You know they say that those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. So if you don't want to repeat this ancient history, because that would be, horrible, please do me a favor. Share this video. Get people educated about this dinosaur time in history. Thanks so much for watching. And tune in next time when I talk about the VHS. I wouldn't know what's on this one. I wouldn't know it's anything about Peter asking Jesus, Peter struggling with forgiveness or Hazor or anything like that. Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.